Dear students, in this class we are going to discuss something regarding the theory of alpha decay proposed by George Gamow. There is a Gamow theory of alpha decay. You see, the problem of alpha decay is that the alpha particles emitted from the nucleus is having the energy of the order of 3 to 10 MeV. In alpha scattering experiment, the 10 MeV of energy of the alpha particle which do not penetrate into the nucleus. The energy required by the alpha particles to penetrate into the nucleus and cause the nuclear reaction, it is now much more than 10 MeV. That means how the alpha particles are emitted by the lesser energy from the nucleus. That cannot be explained by the classical idea. The required energy for the alpha particle to enter into the nucleus, a typical nucleus, then cause the nuclear reaction is found to be of the order of 30 MeV, but the emitted alpha particle in the radioactive phenomenon is now hardly 3 to 10 MeV. How this can happen? And you see the nucleus is now a positively charged, and therefore there is a potential barrier for the given nucleus. The alpha particle which is now incident on, let us say, a target, and the penetrate into the nucleus, and the alpha particle is now positively charged, the nucleus is now positively charged, and there is a strong Coulomb repulsion between the incident alpha particle and the nucleus. Suppose if the alpha particles has to enter into the nucleus, this has to overcome this Coulomb repulsion. That means it should have the kinetic energy more than the potential barrier. Then only the alpha particle can enter into the nucleus and then cause the nuclear reaction. In the same fashion, the alpha particle should have the typical kinetic energy is now more than the potential barrier. Then only those alpha particles are come out of the nucleus, or the alpha particles get emitted. Therefore, either the case, the alpha particle penetrate into the nucleus, or the alpha particle is now get ejected from the nucleus. In both the case, alpha particle should have the enough kinetic energy, and their kinetic energy should be more than the potential barrier. But the observed thing is now entirely different. The alpha particles emitted from the radioactive substance are having the less kinetic energy, and that means that their kinetic energy is now lesser than the potential barrier of the nucleus, but still the alpha particles are now able to get emitted. And by using the classical idea, one cannot explain this particular riddle or the problem of alpha decay, and that is why the Gamow and his associates, Condon and the Gurney, they have developed the whole theory, and that theory is now known as the alpha decay. We are not going very deep into the theory, and very qualitatively we are going to explain the theory of alpha decay. Now, this is the typical figure which indicate the scattering of the alpha particle. In the same fashion, the emission of the alpha particle from the given nucleus. The whole figure gives us now some idea regarding how the potential is now changes. The potential of the nucleus changes over the distance. Now, as the alpha particle is now approaches to the nucleus from outside, let us assume outside, and this experiences the Coulomb repulsion of the nucleus, and the potential energy of the nucleus is now the maximum at this point. That is at a distance r, that is the radius of the nucleus. The potential energy is now maximum, and the incident alpha particle should have the energy more than the potential barrier. Then the alpha particle is now enter into the nucleus. This is the one way of explanation for the scattering of the alpha particles from the target nucleus, or the penetration of the alpha particle into the nucleus. And on the other hand, if the alpha particle is now inside the nucleus, the alpha particle has to overcome this potential barrier. The alpha particle should overcome the potential barrier, and then they are now come out of the nucleus. Then they are now come out of the nucleus. Therefore, the required energy of the alpha particle should be more than the potential barrier. To explain this, Gamow and the others, they made a imagination that the alpha particles are not surmount the potential barrier. Instead of that, they are now tunneling through the potential barrier. That is why that particular theory is now known as the tunneling theory of the alpha decay. This is very much similar to a person who is now locked in a room. Let us say there is a room with the height of a wall of about 15 feet, and that fellow is now inside the room, and he was locked inside the room, and he has to come out of the room in naturally he has to climb over the ball, and the ball height is now the 15 feet, and somehow he has to make a stool, or he has to make by the use of a ladder. Suppose if there is a ladder is there, then he can keep the ladder, and he can climb over the ladder and then come to the other side of the room, and he will escape. This is now the possibility, only the one possibility to escape from the room. Now, instead of that, climbing over the wall to escape from the room, that fellow is now made a very creative idea. Let us assume he is now make a tunnel, and he strike the wall, and he will make a tunnel, and then he creep through the tunnel, and easily he is now come out of the room, escape from the room, and that is now become what is now the tunneling of the fellow from to escape from the room. Same thing is now imagined by Gamow, Condon, and the Gurney to explain the alpha decay, and that is why the theory is now also known as the alpha tunneling theory, where the alpha particles having the energy is now less than the potential barrier. They are having the less kinetic energy. Even they are having the less kinetic energy, they are able to penetrate through the potential barrier. They come out of the nucleus, or the ejected from the nucleus, which is nothing but what we have, the alpha decay, observed alpha decay. uh, Therefore, to explain this theories now further, let us assume what exactly this theory says. The potential energy of the alpha particle from the nucleus at a distance is given by that expression Vx is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Ze by x. That is the potential of the nucleus. 2e is now the charge. Therefore, the potential energy of the alpha particle at a given distance is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 Ze square by x. Now, at a distance x is equal to r, naturally Vx is equal to Vr. That is the maximum value, which is the potential energy of the nucleus. Now, as I said earlier, in case of the uranium-238 nucleus of the radius 8 Fermi, and only thing you have to consider, the x is equal to r, the radius of the nucleus, and the z is now the charge of the uranium nucleus, that is the 92, and substituting the value, if you calculate what is the energy, that energy comes out to be 32 MeV. That means the potential barrier, or the potential barrier height of the uranium is now 32 MeV. What that implies? The energy required by the alpha particle to get emitted from the uranium nucleus is of the order of 32 MeV, or the energy required by the alpha particle to incident on the uranium nucleus, penetrate into the uranium nucleus, is now 32 MeV. But in the decay of the uranium-238, observed energy of the alpha particle is lesser, 3 to 4 MeV. This is much lesser than the potential barrier. This cannot be explained by the classical theory. That is why this theory of Gamow, Condon, and the Gurney, they have developed the quantum mechanical theory, which is also known as the alpha tunneling theory. Now, what the theory says? The theory is now says that according to the Gamma's alpha tunneling theory, alpha particles inside the nucleus can be imagined as the alpha waves, because we already studied it earlier in the wave mechanics. The particle is now has the dual the property. It behave as a particle, or it behave as the waves. Sometime it behave as the particle, some other time it now behave as the waves, and therefore one can consider the alpha particle as a waves, and these alpha waves are now incident on the potential barrier. Therefore, the alpha particles are considered as alpha waves. These alpha waves are goes and incident on the potential barrier and rebound back. Therefore, you imagine that there is a potential barrier. This is the potential barrier, and the alpha waves are now continuously goes and hit to the potential barrier, rebound back, and then hit to the other side. Therefore, the whole nucleus is now considered as the two big wall of the particular potential, and the alpha particle inside the nucleus, which is now the alpha waves, and goes and incident on the potential barrier, rebound back and goes to the other side and incident on the potential barrier, and it is now rebound back. And always these alpha waves are now restricted between the um, two boundaries, and that means the alpha particle inside the nucleus. Now, as the alpha waves are penetrating, suppose there is a certain probability of alpha waves are now penetrate through the potential barrier, and there is a probability of finding the alpha waves outside, which is nothing but what we call as the alpha decay. Therefore, the alpha waves are goes and incident on the potential barrier and rebounds back. This process is now continuously happens, and what happens then? This alpha waves are particles moving and hit on the potential barrier, and ultimately they are able to penetrate out of the barrier, even though their energy is much lesser than the potential barrier. That process we call as the alpha tunneling. Now you consider the alpha particles, they travel with the velocity of the order of 10 to the power 6 meter per second. The diameter of the nucleus, which is now of the order of 10 to the power minus 14 meter. Then what is the time taken by the alpha particles to move from one end of the potential barrier and to reach to the other end? That is, t is equal to the distance 10 to the power minus 14 meter, and the t is equal to velocity. Velocity is now 10 to the power 6 meter per second, which the time required is now 10 to the power minus 20 second. Now the reciprocal of this time, that is now 10 to the power 1 by 10 to the power minus 20, that is equal to 10 to the power 20 hertz. That means in every second the alpha waves incident on the potential barrier is now how many times? It is now unimaginable number of times it is now goes and hit to the potential barrier. It is of the order of 10 to the power the 20. Therefore, the alpha waves are goes and hit to the potential barrier and again hit to the other side. You can imagine that a alpha particle, let us assume, the particle is goes and hit to the wall, and something like a tennis ball goes and hit to the wall, rebound back and goes and then incident on the other wall, and again rebound back, and this process is now continuously happening. And how many times? In 1 second, it is now 10 to the power 20 times. Unimaginable number of times the alpha waves are incident on the potential barrier. Due to such high rate of incidence of alpha waves on the potential barrier, I hope you are following, there is a finite probability of alpha waves to able to tunnel or creep through out of the potential barrier. And using the concept of the quantum mechanics, one can say the alpha waves as the wave function, and the wave function inside the potential barrier and the wave function outside the potential barrier, and what is the expectation value or the probability of finding locating the alpha waves outside this potential well. And this probability is now the or what we have the expectation value, which is now the finite. That means there is a finite probability of locating the particle outside the potential barrier, and which is nothing but the escape of the alpha particle from the nucleus or the alpha decay. Therefore, the alpha waves are incident extremely large number of times on the potential barrier, which result in the finite probability of alpha waves to tunnel through the potential barrier. Therefore, if you say the P is the probability of tunneling out of the the probability increases with the velocity of the alpha particles. In other words, the velocity is now going to decide the kinetic energy of the alpha particle, and the kinetic energy is the more probability chance of probability of escaping of the alpha particles. The decay constant is given by the F into P, where the P is now the probability of finding out the particle, and therefore uh, the F means it is now the how many times the alpha particles are now incident on the potential barrier. That means the higher value of the P decay constant is now become the more, and if the decay constant is more, what happens to the half-life? We know that T equal 0.693 by lambda, and the half-life is now decreases, as half-life is inversely related to the decay constant. In other words, the radioactive element of the shorter half-life decays with the faster rate compared to that of the element with the longer half-life. Therefore, if you consider the half-life where the element with the longer half-life, for example, the uranium, the half-life of the uranium is of the order of the billion years, 4.2 into 10 to the power 9 years. And since the half-life is now the more, the emitted beta particles are having a lesser energy. On the other hand, if the half-life is now the lesser, the probability of the decay is now become more, and this is actually agrees very well with the Geiger-Nuttall law, which we have discussed in the earlier. Therefore, in essence, the Gamow theory of the alpha decay, which says that the alpha particles are now incident on the potential barrier extremely large number of times as the alpha waves, and since they are incident with the large number of times, the alpha waves are the finite probability of finding outside, which is nothing but the decay. And this probability is now depend upon the velocity of the alpha particle or the kinetic energy, and that decay constant is now proportional to the probability of the tunneling through the potential barrier. And that is now agrees very well with the already observed the Geiger-Nuttall law, and therefore this uh, quantum mechanical tunneling theory of the alpha decay very satisfactorily explains the decay of the nucleus by emitted alpha particle, even though the energy of the alpha particle is lesser and it is now less than the potential barrier, but they are now able to emitted by the nucleus. Okay, I'll stop here.